What up, gamers? Fence here, and welcome to my reaction to the fourth card set of Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, and that is Skybound Dragon. So yeah, they have released this new card set today, and we're about to go through all the cards before I get to experience them myself. But yeah, before we get started, guys, I just want to let you guys know that, as I go through these cards over here, just know that my thoughts are coming from someone that is not an expert or a pro at this game. I just play a lot of Shadowverse since Shadowverse 1 till now. So yeah, let's do it. We'll go from left to right over here. And yeah, any predictions from me on like what the cards here will be like? I assume that there'll be a lot of evolution type cards just because of that one neutral card here. I believe it was this one, the invocation card. Yeah, because this card is neutral, I feel like we'll be doing a lot of evolving in this set. Because yeah, if you evolve at least 6 times this match, then you can invoke this cards, which means you can play this from your deck. But yeah, I'm guessing that's what's going to be a big theme here in this card set. So yeah, it might be evolve crazy. We'll see. Anyways, here we go. Ku and Yu, Love and Hatred, can attack 2 times per turn, strike, restore 3 defense to all allies. I think this might be nice. It has no rush, so you got to evolve if you want to attack 2 times. That's probably like the only downside. But yeah, I think this might be a good card, but at the same time, I feel like I'd rather like evolve something else. If this card does stay on the field though, then next turn that'll be kind of crazy and like 10 attack or 11 if you have the super evolve. But I feel like the normal one is just good enough. I think especially with the strike restoring 3 defense to all allies, even itself. So if it does take damage, it'll at least restore some health back. So yeah, this might be good. But like I'm gonna guess the enemy is gonna prioritize taking this one down before it can attack the before it can attack them. I think this one is okay. Manimel Super Cutis. At the end of your turn, evolve this follower. Here we go. This is where it starts. When this follower evolves, deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. So yeah, this is a 1 defense follower and also 4 costs. So then when it evolves at the end of your turn, it'll be 3 defense, and then it will do all this over here. I think this one is pretty good. It seems pretty okay. It definitely made for just, building up the evolution count if you want to get that one invocation card going. I think that's pretty okay if you're going for a evolved deck. Comet Dive. Select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 4 damage. If there's an evolved allied follower on the field, draw a card. Okay, very situational. You definitely want an evolved card in the field, so definitely this card is only good if you have maybe an evolved deck. Okay. Chloe, what a gal. I've never seen this kind of like title before, I think. Enhance 8. Select a follower in your hand and summon it, or turn this card to hand. Okay, that's interesting. I was trying to think of like, what would be good. I'm guessing, fanfare cards would not be a thing. I know there's some other cards though. I remember now. I think in the previous card pack, I think it was in Forest Graph where it says whenever this card enters the field, then I think it summons itself. I'm guessing it's for that. That is pretty good. So yeah, at first I thought about, like reanimating that card. Imagine like a crosscraft type thing. But no, I think this might be it. For that one card in the previous card set where it can duplicate itself, I think, if you summon it. It's not a fanfare effect. I think that's good for that. But yeah, we'll see if it's also good with the other cards in here. I'm not sure. Antheria, Toe Tapping Torch. Give all allied followers on the field barrier. I feel like barriers has been so annoying to deal with. This might be crazy. But that's only if they have like other cards in the field though, so... I mean, at least this one doesn't summon followers. So it might be a bit limited. Only good when you already have like maybe a bunch of other followers in the field. Starry Sky. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower. Combo 5. Gain Crest Starry Sky. Last words. Deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. Add a Starry Sky to your hand. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, this will always be pretty much always with you unless like your hand is full. Then you might like destroy this by accident. I feel like I need to see this in play. Because yeah, always being able to play this, I feel like might be a way to maybe win against the enemy leader. Wait, this might be good. It might be good. I feel like an ADC plays with those. Kupiton, Iridescent Archer. Oh yeah, I think we did we see this one? Yeah, this is the one with Lily Pichu. But yeah, like I said, evolving. I guess I'll go through it again. Deal 3 damage to the enemy leader. When this follower evolves, do this 7 times. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy follower. Yeah, pretty good if you can get the Super Skybound art working for you. Alzheimer. Select the mode, Super Skybound art. Activate all of them instead. Draw a card, restore 1 defense to your leader. Give all allied followers in the field a 1 attack and rush. Give all allied followers in the field 1 defense and ward. So yeah, this will be a good way to combo, actually, with Ku and Yu. So you don't need to evolve. You can see that evolution point for something else, for like an evolve effect instead. So you can do that for a cost of 9 here. But yeah, that's if you have like these 2 cards in hand though, so very situational. But I can see it probably be like better that way in my opinion. Anyways, now we got EWR, Win Personified. It's our first legendary card here. Super Skybound art, recover 1 evolution point. Alright, very straightforward. Definitely like probably like 1 copy of this in your deck. Because yeah, there's no reason to have this like any more than that, maybe 1 or 2. Because that, oh, that's not super, that's the normal Skybound art. But yeah, still, like, it's still something like near the end game, maybe 2 copies, I guess. Then what is this? Oh, is that the alternate art? I see, I see. You will associate Dancing Duo. Do this 2 times, deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Super Evolve, gain the crest. Countdown 4, once on each of your turns. When you play a follower, evolve it? Jeez. Okay, hold on. This might be... I think this is really good. This is a really good card. So now you can just play this over here. Oh man. Yeah, get that crest out, lasting for 4 turns. Then yeah, you can like just automatically attack with this. Okay. Well, yeah, overall, I think this is a very fun deck. I think for me, you know, when it comes to evolution, that's like probably my favorite mechanic in Shadowverse in general. Like even like the way, you know, the card effects and stuff, like evolution is always my favorite way to do things. Like free evolves, I guess. That's my favorite playstyle. I think after that would be like Last Word Shadowcraft back in the day. But yeah, I think overall looks pretty fun, very powerful. I do assume it's going to be, you know, with all these evolution and stuff, assuming it carries over to the other crafts here, the other like classes. I feel like, you know, compared to like something like the omens, I feel like maybe every deck is going to be like really good, like every class over here. Because yeah, I remember back in the day, like when I saw like the truth cards, like I was so like iffy on it, because like the whole cost changing. But I'm assuming everything's going to be all about evolving here, just to make it work for that 1 neutral card. It makes sense to me that way. Alright, Swordcraft, you know they're going to go crazy with evolution, like especially back in Shadowverse 1. Alright, we got Randall, Feats Fighter, Enhance 5, give this follower Storm. Okay, interesting. Yeah, probably only played for that. Arthur, Evolve, summon a Mordred, Illustrious Lion. Which I think that's the next one over here, right? Isn't this like just back in the first Shadowverse? Because I think you can do that too, like where you evolve, you summon the other one. Storm, Evolve, summon an Arthur, Staunch Dragon. I assume there'll be ways to get like free evolve points in this class, just so that you can make this work and summon the other person. I feel like probably Arthur would be the better target, just because, you know, Mordred here has Storm already, and that they can both attack if you want. So he'll do like a rush attack, you can do a Storm. Aglovale, Lord of Frost. Deal 3 damage to all enemy followers. Intimidate. That's the one that those dragons have, right? Where you can't attack it. And even, I guess, fort as well. Okay, interesting. I think it's okay. It kind of feels like their version of fort. In a way, just with this fanfare feeling different and instead of like a storm. It's fanfare instead of a storm. I don't know, I think it's okay. I'm not sure just how great that 3 damage will be, because imagine that against like Wardhaven, where their defense is gonna get like really, really high. But yeah, I think it's somewhere in the middle for me. Feather. No. Wow, there's really no effects. What's special about it? Oh, the 5 attack and 4 defense, higher than like, the usual average. Okay. I do assume that there's got to be ways to like freely evolve the followers, like selecting followers in Swordcraft and evolving them. I feel like that's the only way to make this maybe work. We'll see. Um, Fiorito, Ambush Bane. Okay, 2 attack and 6 defense. I feel like it's out of place. Maybe. I don't know. It feels kind of random. I just, I don't normally see like an ambush type deck anymore. It feels like it's supposed to be like an ambush type card, but like I mean it is, but it's not an archetype I see a lot or ever at all. Golden Knight, True King's Blade. He looks really cool. I've always loved like fully armored people. Fanfare, select the mode to activate. 1. Super evolve this follower, so free evolve. Deal 4 damage to all enemy followers. Restore 4 defense to your leader. Enhance 9, activate them all instead. Dang. This one feels a lot of fun and very cool. But yeah, pretty much like Albert. But yeah, more on the rush kind and not like the storming kind. yeah, more attack to deal against the enemies as well, and also healing as well. Yeah, I think this might be a fun card to play. Yeah, it definitely feels more of like a defensive card. I think it's fun. So if you super evolve, it'll be 9/9. Man. I think this one is fun. I think this one might be a fun card. Knightly Ardor. Select the mode to activate. Give the less mode allied Swordcraft follower on the field. Can attack 2 times per turn. Okay. Just imagine doing that at turn 10. So you got cost 5 over here. A 5 cost and 5 costs over here with the enhance. So yeah, you can do that. Deal 6 to the face, but then if you evolve, this would be a 10. Super evolve will be 12. See if you can get that combo going. Give all allied Swordcraft followers on the field 1 attack and defense and barrier. Alright, that'll be annoying. Recover 2 play points and 1 evolution point. Or restore 6 defense to your leader. There's like a lot of things going on. And you can only choose one of them. Okay. Yeah, very interesting, very like, dynamic and versatile. Can be applied to a lot of situations that you need it for. I feel like definitely this will be good for like maybe 1 or 2 copies. Yeah, if you play on like turn 5 and you have like no one on the field, like I'm not sure what you can really do with this, because 2 of them already require Swordcraft followers in the field. This one is like a defense, and what if you're like already full? Like maybe this would be good, because you can recover play points, so recover 2. Let's say you're on like turn... Oh yeah, let's say you're on turn 5 and you'll be using all of it. You recover 2 play points. Oh wait, no, I was about to say, maybe we could have used this one here. That'll be for turn 6 then. But yeah, that's one way. Maybe turn 6. Evolve, get the other one out on the field. Zeta and Bea, Crimson and Blue. Summon itself. Enhance it. 6, give it Bane and this follower Storm. And I'm guessing that's for only the original, like, summon, and not the copy. It gets Rush. Okay. I'm not sure... Wait, hold on. Give it Bane. and this follower Storm. Oh, okay. I'm guessing the summon copy gets Bane. I was about to say if the if the one you summon and not the copy gets Bane and Storm, it feels kind of weird. But no, it makes more sense with the copy getting Bane. Like imagine it has Ward, like one enemy follower that has Ward. Use the other one to sacrifice it, take it down right away, and storm at the enemy. Okay, I think this one is pretty okay. I think it's pretty good, in my opinion. Hey, Sephin is back, leader of the Eternals. I know with like these Eternal cards back in the day in Shadowverse, and I know this is probably a thing too in Grand Blue Fantasy because that's the source material. But like their names are like based on numbers, so this one here is based on I think 7. So Sephon, 7. Leader of the Eternals. We'll see if well, I guess it's very simple with the card effects here. I think before like his whole thing was like so filled out, I think, if I remember correctly. So Skybound art evolve on all unevolved allied followers in the field. If you do the super Skybound art, super evolve them instead. So yeah, just like back in the first game, but way more simplified now. I think I just remember more like more card text here. All right, so yeah, that was it. I think overall, I think it's I think it looks pretty okay and good. I feel like I need to see more of like what it's like for evolution, like getting like free evolves and stuff. I've only seen like maybe, you know, this card, the Golden Knight, it can evolve itself, and then the Knightly Ardor as well, where you can do this combo with the third option here. And of course it's this, but I'm imagining that this will be like very late game maybe. Yeah, no one else really evolves. Like, you know, getting like a free evolve in a way. I feel like Forestcraft evolves more probably than Swordcraft. But of course, you know, maybe if you can make 7 work out, then you can probably do like a lot of evolves. Okay, yeah, very interesting. I thought there'll be way more evolve, like free evolves in this, but it does feel kind of lacking. I'm sure that maybe I need to think back on like the older cards. Maybe they can also help out too with that. All right, Runecraft, Philosophia, Philosophia, Cryptic, Sophist, Fanfare, Draw a Spell. Yeah, we're now in Runecraft. Okay, straightforward. Well, it depends on like, you know, the cards you want to draw with that. Suframare, Wandering Tutor. At the end of your turn, spell boost your hand X times. X equals this follower's attack. Evolve. Give this follower can attack followers or leaders. Okay, that's interesting. I'm guessing because that's the like maybe balance things out with the spell boost, because yeah, you'll be spell boosting your hand if you evolve. Like maybe 3 or 4 times, right? So yeah, I'm sure that's pretty powerful already on itself. Okay, interesting. Rune Portal. Deal 6 damage to all enemy followers. Restore 3 defense to your leader. I feel like that's very expensive. And, you know, also very situational too. I'm not sure about this card. This one I feel like I might not like. Yeah, this one I think I don't like. Ezecrane, Portent of Vengeance. Fanfare, select 2 enemy followers on the field and deal them 4 damage. Gain 2 Earth Sigils. I think this one's pretty good for an Earth Sigil type deck. Because at least, you know, you deal damage on the field when you play it, and then you gain the sigils. I think this one's pretty good for the Earth Sigil type deck. Muriel and Rosette. You summon that. Is that its own card? Oh no, that's the actual card over here. Earthlight 2, evolve it, and this follower. Dang. Okay. That means you get a 5 attack and defense follower. 2 of them. And they'll be able to like rush at the enemy. And that's already like 2 evolve counts there. Okay. I think yeah, that's a pretty good card to have. Yeah, we're now getting more Earthright cards, so that's gonna be kinda crazy coming up. Unleashed. Select the mode to activate. Draw a card. deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Draw 2 cards, deal 4 damage to two random enemy followers, and 2 damage to your leader. Okay, so one is like more buffed up, but you'll also take damage too. I feel like I would do the second one always, because 2 damage is not a lot unless you're like at 2 defense or something. But yeah, I feel like this might be a good card, because I feel like that's a very powerful effect already, and you're drawing 2 cards. I like that. Elmot, Remembrance of Flame, Fanfare. Select an enemy follower on the field, remove all abilities from it, and deal 3 damage. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. This would be good against that one ward. That one ward card with the barrier, maybe. Super Evolve, gain Discrest. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. Man. I think this might be a good card. The crest by itself sounds pretty good. You're always going to be dealing damage every turn at least to the enemy leader's defense. Alchemic Flare. Select an enemy follower in the field and deal 4 damage to it. Get an Earth Sigil. Skybound guards deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. Okay. Another Earth Sigil deck, or like card. I think this might be good too, just for the Earth Sigil. And you're also just dealing damage too, like a spell, like a normal spell would be. And then this Skybound art is also a very nice bonus. I think that's really good. Wamdas, Water Personified. On spell boost, give this follower 1 attack and defense. Fanfare, spell boost your hand. Super Evolve, select the mode to activate. Give all other allied followers in the field barrier. Deal X damage split between all enemy followers. X is this follower's attack. This is like the Rune Blade card. That one Rune Blade summoner. But like better. I think this is way, way better in my opinion. I do like this card a lot. Yeah, this might be a card I really do want to try out. That sounds very powerful. And Cagliostro, Genius Alchemist. Gain 2 Earth Sigils. Okay, yeah, we saw this before too. Add an Ars Magna to your hand. Skybound Arts evolve this follower. Super Skybound, gain this crest where you can add 1 to your hand at the start of your turn using 1 Earthright. Yeah, I think on this one, this whole deck kind of feels like you want to do some like damage to the enemy leader's defense, kind of like with the Destruction Portal Craft that we had in the last one. Yeah, this might be a lot of fun too. I can definitely see it like working that way, you know, with with this over here, always dealing leader defense damage. Like yeah, these two over here might be how it works with this deck. Just dealing damage straight to the enemy leader. Okay. I think I like this a lot. Alright, Dragoncraft. Joel Wave Chaser? Are these all like surfing here? Ward, Aura. Okay. Straightforward. Activates in hand. Whenever a 3 base costs allied follower super evolves. Set the cost of this card to 0 until the end of the turn. So wait, that will be for maybe... You think this card? You super evolve this one? At the end of your turn, give a random super evolve allied follower in the field 1 attack and defense. Okay, so just the way it made it sound to be, this feels like it was made for Joel here. And other like 3 cost cards. So yeah, it's very interesting. And also, yeah, it makes sense for them to say base cost. I'm guessing you can't use the truth cards with this then. There's got to be like 3 normally. Crescent Tube Tide Ride. It's a crest. Countdown 4. At the end of your turn, give a random allied follower in the field 1 attack and defense. Okay, so far I'm seeing a pattern. You're giving 1 attack and defense to other followers. Like what Mari is doing over here. Meg's bestie. I think I forgot to say the name of that. Izmir, Frigid Fate. If you have 10 max play points, evolve this follower. When this follower evolves, deal 3 damage to all enemy followers. I think that's already pretty good by itself. Mugen, Steel-Bodied Honesty. Super Skybound Art, give this follower Storm? That's crazy, and that's 10 attack. And then you can Super Evolve, oh my gosh. That'll be 13 already to the face as well. Select 2 enemy followers on the field and destroy them. This card might be crazy for like some OTKs. Just going straight to the face. Dang, dude. This might be a really fun card to pull off. It's gonna be like really satisfying. Because yeah, like that Super Evolve, you know, in a way it's like the Genesis Dragon. But like I'm trying to think back, I don't think the Genesis Dragon has like a way to destroy enemy followers, and you know, if they have ward, then yeah, you can't go straight to the face. If they have ward. This might be a way to get rid of them. I think that's really good. Maximum Love Bomb. Select an enemy follower in the field and deal it 3 damage and give it can attack followers or leaders until the end of your opponent's turn. Okay. So it's a stun, or you can destroy them as well. Okay, a way to stun them. Meg, Girl Next Door. Super Skybound, or not super, Skybound Art. Super Evolve this follower. Whenever a 2 base costs, okay. Other follower enters the field, give this follower reward. So like this card over here. So you can use it on both, I guess. So that, or Joel over here. Yeah, Meg or Joel with Mari. I'm guessing that's the combo right there. Okay. Primal Beast Absorption. Select an enemy card in the field, banish it, and add a copy of it to your hand. Alright, that's funny. That's gonna be like really funny and annoying. Just imagine like Odin getting your own copy of that. Okay. That's pretty good. Maybe, but only like maybe 1 or 2 copies of it I would put in my deck. Willness, Flame Personified. Okay, there was like another Personified too, right? That I saw somewhere? Or did I see it somewhere else? Did I see it in Runecraft? There's water? Do they also have others here too? Wind. I'm noticing the elements being played here. Select an enemy follower in the field and deal it 8 damage. Intimidate. Evolve, replicate it. I think it's okay. It does have the Intimidate. So they can't attack this follower. But if they have like a spell to destroy it, then yeah, that's easily, you know, destroyed right there. But it depends if they have a spell for it or not. That'll depend on like if this card is good on the field or whatever. I think it's okay. Zoe, Ally of the World, Fanfare, gain 1 max play point already. Instant. Like add to my deck. Enhance 10. Give this follower Storm. Set your leader's max defense to, whoa, 1? It was like this too back in Shadowverse 1, right? With Zoe. I think I remember this. Give your leader can't take more than 0 damage at a time until the end of your opponent's turn. Dang. I feel like I never played Zoe, like back in Shadowverse 1, just because, you know, this is like a very scary effect. You gotta make sure, you know, I guess within 2 turns, when you play this card, you gotta make sure you win. Because yeah, like having at 1 defense, that's a bit scary to be at. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think I'm mainly gonna have it for the fanfare effect here. I'm not sure about the enhance. It's a bit worrisome. I would probably play this if like I need to do a storm to finish them off. Or maybe if I'm really at a bad place with my defense, then yeah, I can have myself live for a couple of turns. But yeah, it's I think overall that's very good. It's a very good card. Yeah, I think it's very interesting with this whole set, or with this whole Dragoncraft. Yeah, Dragoncraft card set. I do like it a lot. But yeah, so far, like, there's been really no bad ones. Maybe Swordcraft. I need to see that in play, maybe, to have a better impression of them. I just thought they would be evolving more. It feels like you need to maybe really rely on the super or the Skybound arts over here for like Sephin and stuff. But I thought there'll be more for like, you know, these two here other than the Knightly Ardor. Alright. Anyways, Abysscraft, here we go. I'm looking forward to this. It's one of my favorite classes here. Almedia, Headstrong Miner. Enhance 4, evolve this follower and give it 1/1. Rush. Okay, so pretty much like super evolved stats already because of that 1/1. That'll be 6, 3. No, 4. 6, 4. I think that's already good. Wait, Vasaraga? Oh no, he got demoted. I think he was gold in Shadowverse 1. He got demoted, dude. Intimidate. Last word, summon itself. Deal 2 damage to your leader. Dang. I don't know how I feel about this card. It feels very it feels like it's not supposed to be like for me. Like it's not supposed to be used against the enemy. It's used against me. I mean it has the intimidate. I don't know if that's really good enough for like this kind of like drawback. I don't like this card at all. Maybe I need to see it in play. Maybe I need to see like other people play this card to do some crazy combo or whatever. This one sounds really bad. Like I think so far the worst card in this card set. I could be wrong. It feels like a major drawback. Like I don't think Intimidate is good enough for this drawback. And for like the stats over here too as well. This feels like really bad. Probably 0 copies I would put into my deck with that card. Valiant Edge. Deal 2 damage to your leader, gain a crest at the end of your turn. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower, and restore 1 defense to your leader. I think it's pretty okay. Yeah. You're pretty much getting your defense back with after dealing damage to yourself. And also you get this bonus effect over here too. I think it's okay. Or do you think in this card set here, maybe it's gonna be all about damaging yourself amount of times? Maybe that's why we have this. It could be better, maybe, we'll see. We'll see about these upcoming cards here. Maybe it's all about like, if you took in damage like 3 times this match or something, then this effect activates, or if you take a total of 10 damage to your leader, then this will activate. I'm guessing that'll be it. Neja, Soaring War God. Rush. At the end of your turn, deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower, and deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower. Okay, so you have like a lot of ways to attack with this card. So there's the rush, and then there's the effect. I think it's okay. It's just okay. Satyr? Like Fentir? Like me? If there's an evolved allied follower in the field, evolve this follower. Okay, I think that's pretty good already with that. Ball. Elemental Resonance. Fanfare, select the mode to activate. Alright, that's good. Good for a mode abyss. Give this follower and run another random allied follower in the field, 1 attack and defense, deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower. I think this one's pretty good. I think, you know, definitely made for the mode abyss. Definitely made for that. Nehan, Dispenser of Samsara. Fanfare. Evolve all unevolved allied followers on the field, deal 2 damage to your leader, and you get Drain as well. Wow. I assume it also evolves itself as well. Okay. I think I like this card. I think so if you can get like other cards in the field to evolve as well. Corruption. Give all followers on the field -2 attack and defense. Give yourself and your opponent Crest Corruption. Super Skybound Art. Destroy your Crest Corruption. Okay, so I'm guessing this will be a debuff with the Crest. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to your leader. Okay. Interesting. Definitely you want to get that Super Skybound Art. And that's for 4 turns, so that's 8 damage. Wow. But definitely, I think you want that Super Skybound Art or like a lot of Drain on your deck. I think that can be pretty good. And also really risky too. Fidio, Darkness Personified. Now we got Darkness. Fanfare. Necromancy 6, reanimate 2 and 1, and evolve them. At the end of your turn, give all enemy followers in the field -2 attack and defense. I think that's pretty good too. I like this card a lot. You get to evolve, and also this effect for that AoE type thing, it's pretty good. I like that a lot. Belial, Archangel of Cunning. Oh yeah, right, we read this before too, right? Did we? Was this the one that we saw before? Yeah, deal 10 damage to all other followers. I do remember that. Super Skybound Art, gain Crest, which deals 20 damage to the enemy leader after that 4th countdown. Super Evolve, you can advance the countdown of it by 1. Yeah, I think this one is pretty good. I think, you know, the Fanfare by itself, like, it's a good way for, like, an emergency. If you want to just clear out the field. I think this one is already, like, pretty good. Yeah, Abyss so far looks pretty good. I'm not sure about Vasaraga here. He's the only one that feels off. I don't see any cards where, you know, it takes advantage of that taking damage. Like if you take this amount of damage or you take this times of damage, then this will activate. I don't see that. I'm so sad for Vasaraga. He's also one of my favorite cards back in Shadowverse 1 just because he's like Mordecai where he can revive himself. This one it just seems so bad. I'm so disappointed in that. Wow. Havencraft. True. Heroic Visionary. Storm. Whenever you engage an amulet, give this follower Drain. Interesting. Is that going to be the theme for this whole thing, is amulets now? At the end of your turn, if this follower is evolved, deal 2 damage to all followers. Now it's all followers. Give this follower can attack followers or leaders until the end of the turn. I think that's normal, that's fine. Because, you know, this will be a thing. You can, like, deal damage like that instead of, like, doing it this way. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how that will work with the other cards here. A 0-cost amulet. Engage 2, destroy this card. Select an allied follower in the field and transform it into Awe-inspired. Draw a card. So you're transforming it and you draw a card. I don't know how I feel about this. I think we'll need to see like what the other cards are like. It's just you're transforming it just to draw a card for a 2-cost. Sarah. Give enhance 6. Give this follower 0 attack and 10 defense. That's crazy. 15 ward. Wow, 15 defense ward. Evolve. Select a damage enemy follower on the field and destroy it. This already sounds kind of crazy with the defense. Like, so like if you evolve it too, that'll be 17 or 18 defense with the enhance. Wow. I mean, the thing is, like, there's always Bane, so stuff like Bane or other spell cards that will be like a removal. But yeah, maybe it won't be that good. But if you don't have if you don't have those kind of cards, then yeah, this would be very very annoying to deal with. Dude, imagine this too. Oh my gosh, dude, this is a ward card. Ward Haven has this now. Dang, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, Ward Haven has a new card to add. Sophia, Zayn Priestess. Summon a random Havencraft follower that costs 0 or less from your deck. Super Evolve. Give all other allied followers in the field Barrier. I do wonder, this might be good also for a Ward Haven for like a 2-cost ward card. Yeah, that might be good for that. Skyfaring Vessel. Activates in hand. Whenever you engage an amulet, reduce the cost of this card by 1. Engage, destroy this card. Select an unevolved allied follower in the field and evolve it. I think it's pretty good. So yeah, definitely you want to engage. This is more of an engage amulet deck. Like card set here for Havencraft. Whenever you engage an amulet, restore 1 defense to your leader. Evolve. Select an enemy follower in the field and deal it 3 damage. Okay. More engage. Destroy this card. When you engage, select the mode to activate. Destroy a random enemy follower or draw 2 cards. Sounds pretty straightforward and good. Galleon Earth personified. Now we got Earth. I thought it would be light because it's Havencraft, right? We had darkness. Now we got Earth for like a light base thing. Can attack followers or leaders. It has Ward as well. At the end of your turn, if you've unlocked Super Evolution, evolve a random unevolved allied follower in the field that didn't attack this turn. Oh wait, this is it kind of sounds like it's for the Crest Haven, because you know they're all about like not attacking. It sounds like it's for that. It could also be used for the normal Ward Haven as well. That's kind of crazy. Wow. Okay, I think that's already pretty good. It can be applied to both Ward and Crest Haven. Vera, Luminous Primal Knight. Select 2 enemy followers on the field and banish them. Okay, crazy. Super Skybound Arts, Super Evolved's follower. Ward, can't take more than 3 damage at a time. Dang. Also a Ward Haven card. I feel like Ward Haven is getting better than this one. I thought there'll be more Engage amulets, but I don't see that here. No, it's just Ward Haven got even more annoying. Dang, dude. Alright, I'm kind of scared for Ward Haven now. Alright, Portal Craft. Here we go. My main class over here. Yeah, this one, it had Beelzebub, right? Because you can make the enemy leader take 1 more damage. That sounds pretty good for the Destruction deck, which I do have. So yeah, we'll see how much they play into that. Show, Reborn Night King. If you unlock Super Evolution, give this follower a barrier. This one gets Storm. Okay. Tsubasa, increase the Skybound art gauges of all cards in your hand by 1. Rush? Wait, what? I'm guessing that's a good thing. I don't know if that... At first, I thought maybe it meant like the required amounts for it to activate, but I'm guessing it means it's a good thing where it makes it happen sooner. Okay. I think that's pretty good then for the Super Skybound art, or the Skybound art in general. Does this also count the Super Skybound art? Or no? Is it just the Skybound art? I'm not sure. Isaac. Uncongenial Engineer. Last words. Add a striker artifact to your hand? Oh wow. You don't need to fuse. I think this one is already pretty good because of that. You can save yourself on diffusion. Okay. Instant add for an artifact. Portalcraft deck. Use this Howl of Thunder. Skybound Arts. Select another unevolved allied follower in the field and evolve it in this follower. Clash. Deal 3 damage to the opposing follower. I think this sounds pretty good if you can have another follower on the field and also make that Skybound art like work here. But that might like, you know, be more like endgame stuff. Ilsa, Brutal Drill Sergeant. Mode. Do this 3 times, deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower, or 4 damage to the enemy leader. Not sure how I feel about this. It's just, you know, one of these two, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, this one is like a meh for me. But you know, if you do play it, I'm sure you can make use of it. This could be like also a finisher too with that 4 enemy leader damage there. Stonebreaker. Do this 4 times. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy follower. Oh wow. So that's already 6 damage. For 3 cost. That sounds, you know, pretty okay and good. It's just I'm trying to think like what would fit with this. It could be for any deck, but like, you know, if I were to play puppet cards, I want to have like puppet related cards into my deck. And not this one. But yeah, I feel like this would be better, by the way, going back to this, if maybe it was cheaper. But yeah, like at this point in the game, it feels maybe too expensive just for those effects. Cassius, Sky Yearning Arrival. Select an artifact follower in your hand and deal X damage to all enemy followers. X is the selected follower's attack. Last words, add a Fortifier artifact to your hand. I'm glad they're making support for the artifact cards, and this sounds pretty good too. I do like this a lot. So if you had a striker, you can deal 5 damage to all enemies. Wow. I guess that's good, because this is a lower cost. You can get the striker first. Make sure you have that 5 over there. And then you get this. I think these are like really, really good cards for artifact. I'm not sure if it will save it, but I think that's really good. It can really like help like boost the, your rates of getting the Magna, whatever that super powerful card is. Chaos Legion. Deal 3 damage to all enemies. Super Skybound Art deals 6 damage instead. Okay, definitely. Probably a 1 copy of this card into your deck. I don't see that being any more. But yeah, sounds good if you want to deal like instant 6 damage to the enemy leader. And also all the enemies too. Like the followers stuff. Okay. I think just 1 copy of that is fine. No more than that. I think it's good if it's just if it's just 1 copy. Luo, Light Personified. Okay, we got lights in Portalcraft and not Havencraft. Do this 6 times. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy follower. Give all followers in your opponent's hand 1 attack. Wait, what? Give all followers in your opponent's hand 1 attack? Wait, why? Skybound Art. Gain Discrest, where countdown 2. Whenever an enemy follower with Storm attacks the leader, give a -3 attack until the end of the turn. I need to read that again. Oh wow, he has 6 attack and defense as well. But give all followers in your opponent's hand. You're like buffing your enemies. Why would you do that? So like you pretty much have like the Chaos Legion, well, not that Chaos Legion, the Stonebreaker. But then you're also buffing your opponent's hand. I feel like I don't like this. I don't think this crest even like saves it. It sounds good against like those storm cards, but that means it'll just be a -2 attack then overall. Because you're buffing it by 1, you -3. And that's if they have storm as well. What if they don't always have storm? I don't know, I feel like I'm missing something. This sounds like a bad card. This sounds like a bad card. Yeah, it just sounds like a bad card. I don't see any positives to this. Other than like the storm. But like that's so situational. And that's also with Countdown 2 as well. Man. Yeah, this one I feel like I would not have. It's kind of like Vasaraga in a way for me. And then of course we got Beelzebub, which I think is very good for the destruction deck. Anyways, neutral now, finally. Catalina, Sky's Protector. Skybound Art, deal 5 damage to 2 random enemy followers. Ward, can't take more than 3 damage at a time. I think that's very much similar to how she was, like with this part over here, back in the first game. Hey Vern, Bestest Pal. If you've unlocked the Super Evolution, evolve this follower. Okay, that's pretty cool. A free evolve, I like that. Uni, Cosmic Legacy. Aura, at the end of your turn, restore 1 defense to all allies. Okay, that sounds pretty, like, okay. Yeah, it's just okay. I feel like this would be better if we had, like, a healing type deck, but right now we don't have really that right now. It could be good for... Well, I don't know. I don't know if it would be good for Wardhaven. I feel like you would rather have Ward cards instead. I think it's just okay overall. I feel like it'll be better for, like, future supports for, like, healing. Like a healing haven, like back in the first game. Gran and Jita, Valiant Skyfarers. Select the mode to activate. Skybound Arts, evolve this follower. Deal 5 damage to a random enemy follower. Draw 2 followers. This one feels okay. I think for me I would rather draw 2 followers. But yeah, I think it's just okay. I think definitely maybe made for endgame stuff, maybe. Lyria, Sky Destin, Enhance 8, Draw a follower that costs 7 or more. Recover 7 play points. Interesting. And she has a barrier as well. And then we got this, activates in deck at the start of your turn. Alright, we saw this one already as well, where it's an invocation card. If you evolve at least 6 times, then you can play this card. Yeah, I feel like the neutral is like kind of meh. Maybe the only one that seems good is Vern. Only for like maybe you know, maybe 1 or 2 copies of it for the late game stuff, for the Super Evolution. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I wonder what kind of combo you can do with this. So 7 or more. Let me see the other ones here. Nothing here. Nothing here. I mean, there's Wellness. You can do Wellness if you want to. It's got to be 7 play points if you want to do it at turn 8. Oh yeah, these two over here can maybe work. Okay. I'm sure like there's even like, you know, the other like older cards too that you can like apply this with. I think back in the first game, this will be a thing with the Proto Bahamut, right? But now there's like no direct like card that it's supposed to summon. Okay, interesting. And yeah, maybe this card pack will have like an expansion in the future. Maybe that's when we'll get like a Proto Bahamut at 7 costs. But yeah, there you go, guys. There you have it. I think overall, it seems pretty good. Like I think this is way better than I thought with the Omen cards. Just because you know, there's a lot of like evolution going on, some more than others. I feel like maybe Forestcraft might be good. Swordcraft, I think if you can pull off 7, then it might be pretty good with the evolution. And yeah, I'm going like based on evolution here. I wish there was more evolution in Swordcraft. It doesn't feel like there is, but it still might be good. We got Runecraft over here. I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, they're all about like the Earthright, Ars Magna, like, you know, dealing damage to the enemy leader's defense. This might be good if it can be pulled off. And then yeah, I think Zoe here is gonna be great with the max play point. Whenever you can, you know, increase your max play point, that's always good in my opinion. I feel like this here, the whole like, you know, these surfing guys here, we'll see what they're like. I'm not sure what they're gonna be like. Abyssgraph. Yeah, Abyss looks pretty interesting. I think Vasaraga just feels so weird. I do like Fidiel though. I do like that a lot. Alright. Haven. I think it's pretty good with Ward Haven as well. That's gonna be pretty crazy. I'm not sure just how this will really make the Engage Amulet like very good. I feel like Ward Haven will be way better here. Because yeah, these two already have Ward, the legendary cards. It's gonna make them like very, very powerful. Even the Crest Haven too with her. If they don't attack. Man. And then we have Portalcraft over here, which I think overall it might be good except for Luo. But yeah, I'm not sure like why this card might be good. It doesn't look good to me. I think this card in Vasaraga is the one I don't like in this entire card set. Overall, yeah, way better than my thoughts with the Omen cards. And yeah, maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe once I experience it in battle, it might be way better. That's how I felt with the Truth cards at first. I thought the Truth cards were kind of bad. I do think, you know, they're definitely better as I thought. Better than I thought it would be. But I don't think they're like the best thing ever. But yeah, we'll see if they improve as I play through this card set. Anyway, guys, yeah, there you have it. That is my reaction to this. And now we'll get to the game here. So, yeah, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good